Go up my mouse.
Ground protection falling.
Okay, it's still freaking glitchy. What is going on? Shouldn't be using that fucking. Oh god, I just want to fucking play. Yeah, it's fucking glitching while it's like. It's dropping frames and shit like that. It's like that print is done. Um, let's let's see what this guy says. This really shouldn't be happening. I mean, it never happened to all of any of my other computers or any of my other
Everybody, this is Plum the Frugal Streamer, and I want to talk about a subject that is a sore subject for a lot of single PC gamers and streamers, and that is render lag. So a lot of people are mistaking render lag for problems with their encoding settings, problem with their network causing drop frames. It's really not that at all. So let's talk about render lag. Let's talk about some ways that we can try to minimize it, and hopefully we can try to make everybody's streams a little bit smoother and their gameplay too. So let's go ahead and get into it. All right, so what is render lag? Well, don't get it confused with drop frames, which is related to your network mostly. Do not get it confused with encoding frame loss, because that is related to specifically your output settings on OBS and your video settings, and how your encoder just can't handle that. This is strictly related to the amount of GPU resources you have available. And the big issue right now, especially with games like, let's say, Battlefield 5, which I have an issue with, Apex Legends, which I had an issue with, and with games like Minecraft, which I've heard a lot of people complain about, is that it when Windows sees that game running, it gives all the GPU resources to it, and everything else that is left fights for that 1%. That is,
That's right.
OBS, any browser programs you may be running in the background, even Discord. All those use your GPU to render, the video that you see from those UIs. So it's hard to get around all that when you're using that for monitoring your stream. You're using it for music, that sort of thing. So single PC game streamers, you need to kind of think about this. What can I do to reduce the graphics load if I'm experiencing this with a game that I'm playing? Okay. I'm going to show you a video here. This is me playing Battlefield 5 yesterday, and simply by just starting the game and sitting in the main UI, I was overloading my GPU and putting it up at its max, and OBS didn't have anything else left to use to render my preview. So you can see that the frame rate, the FPS I was set to 60, was dropping down to as much as 55, and you can see that the frames that were missed due to rendering lag was excessive. I mean, that would cause you to not have a smooth looking stream. Even though your bit rate looked fine, your output settings looked fine, and it felt like that you were getting a good connection to the Twitch server, it would still look choppy, and that's because of render lag. So anyway, how can we fix this? Well, really there is a few ways that we can help to minimize it, to mitigate the issues, but to truly fix it, there's nothing that you can do without ruining or lowering your experience overall, especially for you guys that have spent money on a 1440p 144 hertz monitor or a 240 hertz monitor, 1080p, whatever, 4K monitor. You're running, those crazy resolutions, and it's a lot of load on your GPU. The only way you can really do that is to lower the resolution of your game.
Why is her hips?
So that it reduces load. You can also, as far as OBS goes, you can use, if you're using OBS Studio, you can disable the preview. If you're using Streamlabs OBS, you disable the preview by enabling performance mode, which is the same thing as disabling the preview in OBS Studios. That both have the same effect. Those will reduce the amount of load, but if you're already at 99%, you're fighting for that 1%. I don't know if really doing the performance mode is going to help out a ton. The main effect that you will get is by reducing settings in your game, lowering graphic settings, lowering the resolution, capping your frame rates, that sort of thing, to lower the overall graphics load. And even a little bit will help, as much as 5%. Like if you're running at 95%, as long as OBS has enough resources to render your preview, you should be okay. But by lowering my settings, I was able to get my GPU down to about 85%, and I didn't see any stuttering in game. I didn't see the render lag. The frame rates maintained at 60 FPS. So that should that's really where the main gain is for lowering that. A couple other things too now is that the latest 1903 update that came out with Windows 10 fixed game mode. So game mode actually works now. So you can turn it on, and it will help to allocate resources better, including OBS.
That's weird.
So you should
literally
see a better
just kind of split
by
apart
using game mode now. Likewise, the high performance power profile wasn't working properly until recently, where it wasn't actually given full power to your CPU, or allowing your CPU to use full power. Now that was performance by using game mode now. Turn it on, and it will help to allocate resources better, including OBS. So you should see a better performance by using game mode now. Likewise, the
no. It's
performance.
Here, I'll show you a little bit closer. I need to turn this part on. So I'm gonna get real close to this. You see where her hips are? There's holes. Where her crotch is, that has a skull, there's holes. And the wings, there's holes. This is supposed to be a solid model. And I don't know why it came up like that. I mean, I don't know. I've never seen anything like it. I mean, it's like this thing was trying to do it in sections. I mean, even her, at certain layers, she just kind of fell apart. Yeah, but it's not whole here. It's weird. There must be. There must be. That or I'm getting low power in my printing, which I've never seen this happen before. I mean, even her chest she looks like an android at this point where everything has been sectionalized, which I don't understand. I mean, even her wing just came right off, literally. It just supposed to go right here. I mean, it's kind of cool that maybe I can. She's been she's been sectionalized. Well, I got a beautiful pair of wings for some kind of model that we can do. I mean, yeah. I mean, it came out. I mean, it came out. The little sectional pieces came out. All right. So strange. Very, very, very strange. Very strange.
Now,
So,
so you can turn it on, and it will help to allocate resources better, including OBS. So you should see a better performance by using game mode now. Likewise, the high performance power profile wasn't working properly until recently, where it wasn't actually given full power to your CPU, or allowing your CPU to use full power. Now that works too. You can now enable your high performance, and it should work properly. But really, it's kind of a weird position we're in right now, because we want that high frame rate, we want high graphic fidelity. But right now, if you want to do that and maintain a smooth stream, you're going to have to reduce that a little bit to give your viewers a better experience overall. So anyway, that's really all I want to talk about, guys. If you have any questions about it, let me know. If you know of any other ways that you can think of to reduce the amount of graphics power.
no. Hit all apply.
Weather warning.
Incoming terrible weather. So let's go back over here. Let's turn performance mode on right here. I mean, earlier it was working. I mean, it was working just fine. Now it's just glitchy all over the fucking place. Why? Let me try limit. Cordless RTX gaming on foot. See, let's try and limit turn my VSync on, limit my FPS to 70. Hit apply. Hit apply. I mean, that's really the only other thing I can think of. Though I did turn on something that I didn't want to turn on. I gotta refart my Streamlabs.